Hey everybody, welcome to the 1804 show. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is episode 60. Got a special guest tonight. I'm sorry. Sorry I was late and everything like that. You know, it happens or whatever. But yeah, man, it's just crazy. Like, I have made it to episode 60. And I can't wait to get the show started and just, you know, excited, really happy for myself, man. Got my homeboy coming to the spot. I just want to say thank y'all for joining me last time. We had fun. And that's the thing about the 1804 show. We have fun over here and stuff. I make people feel good. I'm changing lives, everybody happy and stuff like that. But yeah, also, I just want to say I thank everybody for donating to the Cash App, showing me love and just being generous. Because I appreciate any donation, whether if it's small or big, I'm putting it all away. But it's just, a lot of people don't really understand that when you get people, who donate their hard-earned money, for you and everything, you should be happy because nobody owes us nothing in this life. So that's why I be working so hard to make sure that I give you guys guests, I give y'all content, and I give y'all, my all. I was kind of late tonight because, I was asleep. So, this working, my previous job and just going to sleep and stuff like that. And this show, man, it takes a lot out of people. It takes a lot out of you. So we just working, we just grinding over here, And whether if people support me or not, I realize that, sometimes it's not going to be the people you want, but, praise any and everybody who take time out to support you. Blood, sweat, and tears. It's real. But yeah, I just can't wait to bring bro to the show, man. We just having fun. I've been knowing him for years. One of my homeboys that I respect. Hope everybody good. Thank y'all for joining me. And here's the thing, man. A lot of people don't really like to talk about this, but we have this terrible, terrible mindset as black folks, man. Like, we so quick to tear each other down. And it's not a shot at nobody, because if it was, you would know. But we need to stop hating on each other. We need to stop having this mindset that everybody owes us something. Nobody owe you shit. You know what I'm saying? And no owe me shit. Because if anything, like, it's all about your ambition. If you struggling, that's your fault. Your hustle, your grind isn't working. You got to change your whole way of thinking. Because it got to the point where I had to take responsibility. I had to take full accountability about how my life is, because, people isn't going to sympathize with me if I say, like, oh, I didn't have a father in my life. You think that's going to stop me from being a man? No. Because at this point, it's all on me. Whether if I make it or not, it's all about my work ethic. It's all about my determination, my grind, and everything. So I have to always take responsibility. And it's just a lot of people that don't want to be responsible. A lot of people just want you to carry them. And I ain't carrying nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no damn airport. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no motherfucking baggage claim. I'm not carrying nobody. Especially no damn adult. Especially when you over the age of 18, when you over the age of 21. Like, hey, a lot of us are lazy. A lot of us, have been dependent on the system for a long time. And I can't, because nobody helps me like that, And the ones who really been looking out for me, like, aren't my family, aren't my blood. I got, my friends, and I got my mentors. I got people, like you guys, my supporters, my donators, my fans. Y'all keep me going. Y'all keep me encouraged, because I have my moments, I have my days when I be discouraged. Like, dang, like, this is crazy. How you got strangers that will look out for you more than the people that you know your whole life. And that's crazy. While the people that you know, or who knew you your whole life and this and that, they don't see the growth. They don't see the evolving door. They just see you as the person that they used to seeing you. But we all change. We all grow eventually. Some of us do. But I just, want to tell everybody, like, you can't always be the bigger person. You can't always apologize. You got to stand on your own. And whether if you have to be by yourself for a while, then so be it. You got to have respect for yourself. And you got to believe in yourself enough to know that I'm going to make shit happen either with or without them or that person. So, because everybody ain't meant to be trusted, man. And I'm just a, type of person that I'm just trying to make it happen. I'm just trying to be something, because I want a better life. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I'm not having nothing. And us as black folks, we don't have nothing. We so busy depending on, them to take care of us. We expecting, Biden to play, to pay and to take care of us. Everybody's talking about, oh, President Biden ain't doing nothing for black people, but what we doing for ourselves? Nothing. A lot of us won't even support a black-owned business. A lot of us is expecting a discount. Everybody wants something free. Everybody want a shortcut, man. There ain't no shortcut. Sometimes, it's going to be some sacrifices to be made in order for us to get better as a people. But people ain't thinking that far, People ain't having that mindset. And I'm just trying to, come up. And when I come up, I'm bringing, the people that believed in me with me. I can't build an empire when the village trying to take advantage of me. I can't do that. Because sometimes you're going to have to say no. And you got to stand on that. And you got to, hurt some people's feelings. That's real. Because people will bring you down real quick. And they were always trying to bring up, well, I did this for you. I did that for you. I'm like, we going to count favors. You know what I'm saying? Count all the favors. Don't count the favors that's beneficial, that's going to try to make me feel bad and this and that, because you ain't going to please everybody. Everybody isn't going to be happy for you. Everybody isn't meant to stay in your life. If they loved you, for you, it's so much conditional love. Love isn't, you know, you shouldn't have to compromise when it comes to love, because love should be unconditional. Whether you're right or you're wrong, I still love you. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for you, and that's what loyalty it is. I may not agree with you. I may not, see what you see, but until you're wrong, even if you are wrong, I still got your back. I'm still here for you. But sometimes people just love to try to take advantage of you because you know you love them. People are manipulative. There's a lot of narcissism going on around here, and a lot of people is not familiar with narcissism. So I suggest you do your research on that, because you know narcissists are demons. They like the demons of society. But we got the man of the hour here, so I'm gonna invite him in, talk to this man. What's good, bro?
What's happening with you?
Man, nothing, man. I'm glad you called me, man, because I was just like, I was out. I
Oh
couldn't
yeah,
talk.
man. Like I say, I was just giving you your time.
Man, how you doing?
Taking it easy. Tired, to be honest.
Man, I swear, bro, like you one of the busiest men in America, man. You always doing something, bro.
I gotta stay moving around. If I don't, I'm gonna fall short.
Right, right.
I'm gonna fall short.
Yeah, man. I just want to say thank you for coming, and I really been excited about this all day, man. I met a lot of I seen a lot of our old classmates, and I said, man, I got bro coming to the show, and they was like, what? And I was like, yeah, So I couldn't wait, man, to bring you on.
Oh yeah, man. I'm pleased to be here, brother. I appreciate it. I appreciate you reaching out, to be honest.
Man, it's all good, man. And like I said, man, I always admired you, man. Just the fact like you one of the people that I've been knowing for a long time, and just the fact like you know your growth really had just inspired me, because you was one of those people that came by to do my TV, man, and we talked, and I just didn't know how to show like my appreciation or whatever like that. But I just had to like, have everybody else that fucks with me, what I'm saying, to know the man and the person. Cause I'm just so glad that we are able to have these type of well, that I have this type of platform and stuff like that. So I can allow everybody to know and see the person that I know. So just cool, man. And
Oh yeah,
I guess I'll never forget about that.
it's always a pleasure. Anytime we bump heads, it's always we sit and kick it. Even I caught you at work,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
And
man.
you start reminiscing about the old days.
Yeah, bro. It's just cool, man. Cause I just tell people like we lost so many people. Just from high school, after that and everything. And anytime that I meet somebody or get a chance to see somebody from the past, bro, it's just like when you older now, you really appreciate the their existence. You appreciate because you got a chance to grow, you got a chance to mature and everything. And not everybody change mentally, so it's kind of like let me take a step back and see what they own, because there's still a lot of people still want to keep up some old shit. So that's not what I'm on now, because if anything I'm just about trying to help people, man. If anything I'm just a whole new different person.
Oh
But
yeah, I'm still the same. I'm still the same from back then to this day. Only thing is, I got more discipline now and more growth in me.
yeah, and I want you to
You
talk
know,
about that. So, what was the turnaround for you?
I mean, I've been through a lot of different things in my life. I mean, good and bad. So it's a lot of different things. But the most important part of it all, when I had my first child, that really altered my whole lifestyle in a way. I ain't gonna necessarily say I was 100% there when I first started, but for the most part, I was always. If you call me, I'm there. So that really altered everything.
Yeah, and again, man, it's just I just love to meet fathers, talk to fathers, bro, because that's something I always wanted to be, but it was just something that I never wanted to rush because I take that really seriously because I never really had a chance to have um like my biological father in my life like that. So when I said that when it was going to be my turn, I was just going to just make sure that I was ready because that's a huge responsibility.
Definitely is. Mine's came. I mean, like honestly, my high school year, I got kicked out of my 11th grade year. So me getting my baby mama impregnated, my following year returning, and I was on what National Honor Society 4.0 all that. I was doing everything on my way to college. That was my hold up as far as leaving, going to a university. It wasn't no takeoff at that point. So, I had to step up and do something that I was never prepared for. And I still, like I say, young, having fun, still I'm clubbing, partying every week, getting drunk, going to school at the same time. So I did it all.
Man,
I did it all.
man, yeah, I know, bro. It is, it's real different now because everybody don't really understand. Like it's like they look at you now, but they don't really understand. Like it took a lot of work, especially you. Well, I ain't gonna say you personally, but just in general, like people don't understand. Like you are your best investment. You are your best project. Like because if you don't work on yourself, then it doesn't matter what you got going on or who supports you, who's with you. You got to really know that okay, I gotta get my shit together. I gotta, what I'm saying, take this um thing seriously, like as far as being a man. But a lot of people don't really understand that. It's just still kind of like, you know, like a struggle for some people.
I mean, everybody not gonna make that change, and that's something that you got to find within self. That's a part of maturity. I mean, it don't matter who come in your life, don't matter what you end up going through. It's gonna take time. I know a couple guys been locked up numerous times for them to finally come out here and like, hey, enough is enough. I know some off the gate then change immediately. I know some that had numerous kids and still the same. So it's all within the person, and so it's gonna be that one point, breaking point in life that's really gonna make your whole mentality and your ego change about different things and vibe that you've been a part of.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree, man. And and I'm just glad, like, just us as black men, bro, is that we get opportunities to come across certain things. And I always tell people like everything that you go through it's not hell. And sometimes it's just, uh, um like a premonition or just a brief stop. Everything isn't um, you know, because certain people make certain things way difficult than it has to be. But sometimes it's just God trying to get our attention.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And I've been on, like I say, both sides of the straddle, so I understand and I look at a lot of things deeply.
Oh, no doubt, man. And I wanted to, have you tell everybody like what you pretty much your occupation because you Mr. Everything. You dabble in this and you dabble in that. So what all that you do?
I mean, like I say, I'm pretty much everywhere, anywhere, whatever pretty much needed from. Like I say, when I went to school, I did construction. I'm good with numbers. I was also an accountant. I was also a tutor. So, but I'd say, and for the most part, as of today, I've been messing with. I do the remodeling with houses. I have rentals. I actually be out here doing the footwork as far as assembling, doing deliveries. I got a whole moving truck. I mean, moving people like today. Like I say, I'm burnt out. I did 3 moves today.
Man, I feel you, bro. I feel
Shout
you.
out, shout out to the female that stayed on the third floor with no elevator.
Oh my God. Man, that's
50,
so like me, bro.
50 flights of stairs.
Woo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and only person I can count on is my 11-year-old nephew. I couldn't count on nobody else to help. So
Man,
get
yeah.
it how I get it.
I feel you, bro, man. I would have been there for you. So I didn't have to work, but I just, even when I don't work, I'm still working. But I would have had your back, man. Anytime, man. Next time, man. I won't let you go out like that, bro. Anytime,
You
man.
know, I mean, honest to God, truth though, for real, always been a loner. So at the
Hmm.
end of the day, it's like that's a pride thing with me, personally. Like I hate to ask a person for anything. If I can't do it, I call somebody that can do it, and pass it on that way. But I hate to ask anybody for anything. It don't even matter from the smallest to the biggest thing. So the person that I am and how I come off, and like a lot of people that bees around me or know me, they already know. Like either, bro, you need this help. If you want to, you can. But other than that, I'm gonna get it done by any means.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. Cause I was the same way, but then I realized that, you know, we're not the exception to the rules. Cause I learned that it's nothing wrong with asking for help. It's pretty much it's about who you ask for that help. Cause that help will go around broadcasting the fact that they helped you. But me, I help so many people out, bro, and I don't do it for the attention. I don't do it for the recognition. I do it because I'm a good person, and I know reciprocation. You know, even if they don't reciprocate it, the universe or God is going to bless me. You know, and I believe that's why I became so successful because anybody that ever had a business, anybody was trying to do something, I spent my money, I spent my dollars with them. And so just when I began to do my business, all that good karma came back on me. And that's why I believe that everything has pretty much had worked out, from jump, just with my business and just with the not just with the show, but just with the brand alone, man. Like it's just amazing that my show and my platform just made it past Saginaw. My stuff went all the way to California and different parts of the country, and now ain't no telling when my videos and stuff like that because it's just what I'm doing. Because I just always been about helping our people and making sure that my people came first. Because if you can spend like these ridiculous prices on some shoes or these clothes and all this other stuff and knowing that these designers or these you know other vendors and corporations don't like us as a collective, then I can support my people.
Most definitely.
Hmm.
I mean, that's how. See, I'm one of those behind the scenes, man. I support so many go out my way, or I'm always telling somebody about somebody. But I don't ever front line. I don't ever really promote, push it off front stream. I actually don't even promote myself, to be honest. I'm word of mouth, keep it pushing like that. I speak highly of the next. So yeah, that's just I mean. I don't know why I'm like that. But sometimes it ain't good to be behind the scenes and showing your love and really sharing somebody because it's hard for it to get to every platform when you're doing it that way.
Yeah, that's understandable, bro, but I commend you and everything like that. So, like I said, I believe that, you are very humble, but it's okay to give people their flowers, man, while they're still here, while they still are able to smell them and are able to still, you know, get the scent of them. And I don't stress that enough, man, that a lot of people just feel like there's a problem with giving people their props, giving people their adoration. And I always try to, you know, find people that I find suitable to help my platform, because I get so many people that hit me up and want to, come on the show and want to be a part of it, but it's not that I don't want to bring certain people on. It's all about I don't want both of us looking foolish. So I always want to bring a person on that has substance and also has a story, or just have something to bring to the episode, because you're not just helping me and I'm not just helping you, but this is going a little bit everywhere, because I pretty much bring you know my all into this. So this is not just play, I work. So I just want everybody to just really get the opportunity of, whatever they can grab, or whatever they can, learn from every guest. Cause it's just all about, bringing that awareness and bringing um, that same passion just with every episode, man. Cause I always try to, have everybody, to learn something from everybody, and I believe everybody go learn something from you tonight, man. Because um, like I said, you a good dude. You don't do like most majority of certain people that we used to. You never like be I would say you don't flex, you don't stunt, none of that. Like you just you a good man. You about
I
your
mean,
business and stuff like that.
for the most part, it's pointless. I don't even understand why a lot of them did. I mean, but at the same time, I had my shares. Like I say, that come with maturity.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you get to a certain level of that maturity, a lot of that the foolish ways goes out the window. You observe and you understand life more. You look at a lot of different things that you was doing as far as flex and boasting. See that brings friends and it brings enemies at the same time. You sometimes you could be doing that. Your best friend that you done had all your life gonna be your enemy in the long run. Because you gotta understand when you're doing that, what the next man got or what he don't got. See, you might got more than him, or you might not got enough. You never know. But when you're doing it that way, it's like you fronting them off.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, bro.
Uh, you know,
And
like I say, I'm being humble with everything I've ever had, everything I done got. I've been down at the bottom. I've been at the top. So at this point in life, it's like, I mean, so you gonna come with the good, and it's gonna come with the bad. You got to pick. That's why you pick your circle wisely. The ones that circulate around you, as well as those that you actually, like you said, just not too long ago, the ones you bring on to, because you don't want to make yourself nor them look foolish in certain ways because of the literature or how it's gonna come out.
no doubt, no doubt, man. And it's just what I've been learning is that you can't underestimate a person's jealousy for you. And
I did it. I
yeah,
did it. I'm an example of that, and that's my biggest problem in life. I I always put more trust in everyone until you burn me. I allow you to burn me two times, too many. That's too many.
yeah,
And at this point, I ain't got no room for it. I got 6 kids to be burning me if I'm gonna let anybody burn me. So, you know,
man. It just knowing um just us as a whole, bro. Because I was really explaining to this chick, because I was just explaining it to her, because a lot of these chicks, bro, they really don't understand what we go through. You know, a lot of us don't really have allies. You know, and it also depends on like our upbringing. So when a lot of us pretty much be, like kind of, quiet, like self kept or whatever like that, when we be careful to who we open up to. So when we do open up to somebody, it's really tough because of what we've been through. Cause,
Most definitely.
cause me, man, I remember just always getting put out the house, man, for everything, bro. So, I really like when it comes to like everything that I have, I appreciate everything, man. I may not be like in the Bear Air Mansion or Buckingham Palace or at the Trump or at the Hamptons and stuff like that,
You
but
there?
but I make my little shack, man, feel like that, bro, because I never felt or had like a stable environment, So when I'm able to control my dynamic and control where I stay and control where I'm laying my head at, bro, like it's just amazing to me. But I had to explain to this chick that a lot of us don't be shit. A lot of us, just don't know certain things. So you can't expect us to be like a walking manual when everybody isn't like that. Everything comes with experience. A lot of stuff comes, which is, from being taught, certain, good habits and bad habits and this and that. But you got to really be patient with certain people.
Most definitely got to do that because I mean, and that's vice versa though.
Hmm.
That's us understanding them as well as them understanding us. I mean, that's a big one. That's a hard one to really come across, because everybody goes through
Hmm.
something in life,
Yeah,
and until y'all can cross path and really be able to sit down and talk about a lot of things openly, it's gonna really alter and really take off wherever you go with it. That's that's what female and male, male and male, female and female, whomever you consider your close mate or just a friend in general. As far as just opening up to everyone that you come across, that ain't gonna never be valid because you got those that's poisonous. The moment that you turn around and open up to them, they use that as fuel to the fire. So the moment y'all ain't see it eye to eye, everything's exposed, even the stuff that you never want to expose, or they try to shame you for the different things that you have done or been a part of.
I agree. And also, man, I just wanted to say congratulations, man, on your engagement as well.
I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, thank you.
And I better get my invitation, man. I'm gonna be cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't, I ain't gonna embarrass you with the open bar, though. I ain't gonna embarrass you.
Hey,
But I just love that, man. I just love,
you,
seeing black people, man, get married, man, make that long time and long term commitment, bro. Because I ain't gonna say I struggle with that, just trying to commit to somebody. Because I never had a problem with committing because I know how to love somebody. But it's just, making sure that I find the right one, and that's the thing. Like, I have no problem getting them, but keeping them, man. Because I been through so much to the point that I can't have my time played with, bro, because time is something you can never get back. And I just be careful with certain people and just because really, like, man, nothing's the same anymore. Just now it's just all about, attention, like, oh, you gotta be this type of exclusive, so we can, show off or we can get the likes, we can get the comments, and it's just all about a display, so when you actually find somebody that really loves you, man, I tell all my friends that, like, man, I'd rather be y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because they just like, everybody just think I'll get all these women and this and that, or like, man, you got them, and I'm like, man, there ain't nothing like that. It's not what it appears to be. I would want somebody who I can trust.
that hey, that's first. Hey, that's most important right there. Like I say, we can. they gonna tell you got them anyway. You know that sometimes that's just a figure of speech.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, like I say, you sitting there having no conversation. It's I mean, as far as commitment, I mean that's a gift and a curse. Cause sometimes you get, sometimes it take a while. Sometimes it may take a long time. Like say, we don't have no time to waste. Sometimes it take longer than what it should take. Sometimes it y'all can connect right away. But at the same time, like me personally, I learned like down time frame that sometimes everything ain't what it is planned. I mean, what it should be at the beginning. Like, and sometimes it took, hey, damn, I ain't never think that this was gonna be it, but it's starting to be what more than what I felt or more than what I thought. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, that could be also coming with my maturity level as far as me personally. But no, I see life as a different perspective now than I was. I mean, like when I was younger or when I was prior to like this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I was still wild. I mean, like the basically the fast life, the party life, the
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be here, I gotta be there. Ain't no going home. Like I say, that's why I feel good about my growth now because as far as me now opposed to me then, y'all see me with the kids back then, but now you see me way more with them, spending way more time. It's like I'm more involved now than I ever was, in which I felt like I should have been then, but I chose that, like I say, party life over everything, and that party life can cause conflict within relationships
Mm-hmm.
because you can be a partier, the other one may not be. They might not be relaxed. So y'all got to find that niche. Y'all got to find that break point where y'all really agree on. But like you say, when you haven't been in that in so long, or you afraid of it, that's gonna be your biggest downfall because you're certain things you're not gonna open up to, as far as relationship wise, or as far as someone that you're really feeling. You might be feeling her, or vice versa. She might be really wanting to commit to you. She may be scared to open up to you as well as you. I mean, a lot of people, they may observe you from the outside and just really watch your every move and how you speak and how you talk on different dialogues with whomever, however, and they take that and run with it.
Right. I agree. And it's just all about, just making sure that, you're solid, at the end of the day. Because I don't pretend or even try to act like I'm perfect, man. And, just also just, patience is always a virtue. And I always have these conversations because usually I don't take advice from single people. I always ask either people in relationships or people who's married or my thing, and I just want just some actual facts and some actual viral information, because certain people just love to take advice from that friend who can't keep a man, or that man can't keep a woman, and they're
Hey,
bitter.
sometimes you get them are valuable people that you can actually listen to because they'll tell you everything that you shouldn't do or go through, and it actually make you really look at the bigger picture. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, everybody in a relationship, everybody that's married, everything look good ain't always good.
Right,
They
right,
they gonna give you the best story that fit their situation just to throw you off. In reality, deep down inside, they could be the same person that you say you rather not listen to because they don't want you to look at them no different way. They want to make sure that that respect level and that value of them is still held high.
right. I agree. I really agree with you with that, man. It's even though I feel like I'm a genius, but genius still asks questions. That's what makes him a
Most definitely.
genius. Because I try not to be no know it all. I try to just give everyone just whatever, um, what I would do in that scenario, or just go by experience. But I just
Yeah.
know just um like also a lot of it be common sense, but common sense isn't so common nowadays. So I just try to give, you know, whatever wisdom that I can to people. You know, try to give back, man, because I love to, try to. I won't say mediate, but I always try to, minister. And a lot of people just think that you have to have a particular collar, or, that you got to be doing God's work and just in church, but God's work is everywhere, and that's how I'm able to 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 have peace and give peace, because I had to find peace within myself in order to bring peace to others. And that's all I want to do, just as a man, um, as somebody's, future boyfriend or future husband, and when I have my kids, man, I just want them to see, not perfection, but I don't want them to see somebody who was defeated, because life will defeat you if you allow it to, and nobody is the exception to the rule. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
You
bro.
you was your biggest critic.
All right.
That's something I've always learned. Like I say, I think, I mean, me personally, I feel like I should be way further in life than I am right now. But with me doing certain things in my life to hold myself back, or as always, I don't think I should do this. I don't think I should do that. But in reality, I should have did it. I procrastinate on a lot of different things. Like I say, I should have so far.
And I say that too, but really, our lives already written out. Our lives already planned out. We just pretty much waking up day to day and really discovering it, within ourselves. But our lives are already written out, because, I'm 33, bro. I feel like, I should be a homeowner. I should be, you know, doing things. I should be having way more assets than I do now. But I don't beat myself up about it, because some people never, reach that conclusion. Because if anything, I'm just taking my time. It's nothing but a race, and you got to run your race at your own pace. But you're doing well, man. You're doing, it's just, you know, sensational.
I use every barrier in the road as a lesson to learn. Everything that's blocking something, I'm gonna work around it. Take how much time it's gonna take, and I'm gonna learn from it, and I'm gonna utilize it to my next level.
Yeah, man. But I just wanted to ask you. I don't know if you got the chance to check out the topic, about how, every pretty much family aren't always blood. So, but besides your fiance, so who was the people that, motivate you, or that, believed in you, and saw potential in you?
Honestly, it's so it's so many I can go off name, and honestly, they seen more in me than I seen to myself, and it's crazy. Like I got my oldest uncle on my dad's side. Like he the main person that kept a dollar in my pocket from when I was 7 years old until he moved away from here years ago. As far as me putting something together or building this, building that, cleaning the in-ground pool. I mean, that was one of the biggest ones. Then there's a lot of people that I went to school with that like you know me as
Hmm.
playful. He plays too much. He do this. He do that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, behind those closed doors on the other side at that desk, I was a whole different student. I was knocking out what I was supposed to knock out. But on the other side, you would never. I gave you two different persons of me. You would never know which one you was getting, especially depending on what class I was in. I was in class with goofy people. I'm gonna act goofy. But then when I'm in class with them higher, like I had honors classes. So when I was in classes with those type of students, I acted a different way. I felt like I was supposed to. That's where I think I wasn't being true to myself because I was kind of I was showing them a different person instead of just being me at all times, and that's on all levels and platforms. But at the same time, they knew me inside out, and to this day, I still keep in contact with a handful of them, and they, why you doing this? Why you doing that? You should be doing this. You should be doing that. Shout out to Pastor Smith at Mount Olive. Him and his whole family. I mean, like embrace them, wife, daughters. Like I look at them as another family. I mean, embrace them. I call them at any given moment. Like hey, like that's my daddy or my mama. Like hey, if I wanted to, they look at me no different way. Every time they see me, they think I don't live here. But you know, like I say, not only them, I got friends. I mean, another thing is really the me looking at life in the neighborhood itself. I mean, looking at different neighborhoods, that made me look at life a totally different. It was like I can't be like y'all. I use that perspective. I don't want to
Mhm.
be like y'all. Y'all not showing me enough to make me feel like I should be like y'all. So I look at someone else that's got more or that's been settled and just go off of that. Other than the fact of talking to people like you, yourself, and a couple others around here that's actually doing something, but they're not frontline or they're not boasting or just coming off on a certain way to a person to make them feel belittled or anything of that nature.
Man, thanks, man. I really appreciate that, bro. Because if anything, I just always try to, show my appreciation just from, because that's why I just love to um, give people like the view of my humble beginnings, man. Because when I do blow up, you guys, can just vouch for me, be like, hey man, he started from the bottom, like he started from his living room, so he just really had came up, just by hard work and just by just persistence and consistency, because a lot of people don't really know why I'm doing this, but I know why I'm doing this. So that's why it feels good. It feels good because it comes from the heart. It don't come from a mind. I didn't really, you know, just plot this, type of thing. Like, oh, I'm gonna wait to next year to drop this. I had somebody who believed in me and told me like, man, like you got so much to say. You got so many stories. You've been through a lot, man. You have a lot of interesting things. Like you have a good mind. You have a one-track mind, and you know the streets need you, dog. And I was like, man, ain't nobody gonna listen to me. And so it took them to put some money into my dream and this and that. And it's like a great feeling when somebody believes in you, bro. Like they see something in you that you don't see at the time. So then when they do that, that's when you be like, oh, okay, that's what they was talking about. I get it now. So it's a good feeling, bro. And we all need to be, start being like that towards one another, because all this competition thing, it's certain people I didn't know that I was in a competition with. I didn't know that I was like in a relay race with, or, hockey sack or whatever, Olympic event. I didn't think I was first, second, or third. I always felt like, I was just in my own competition. Because really, I always looked at that I'm always my worst enemy, regardless of what people say or regardless of what people do. At the end of the day, if I believe them, they won. Because words are words.
Most definitely.
But the words could become powerful if I allow them to become powerful. And if anything, I just want to just you know help make our city a better place, because we're the OGs now. We the ones that we used to look up to back when we was coming up, and used to see how
Different.
how they moved and this and that. And I don't want to contribute any more negativity in the city than it already is. I just want to show these young kids, especially these these little girls out here, bro. Like, there's men out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, I see men. I see that man. And that's the type of man that I want to look for in a husband, a leader, somebody who, it's pretty much, bringing awareness, bringing upliftment towards, my block or different sides of town and everything. And and then what you do, man, I know it probably wasn't much for you, but man, ever since you put my TV up, bro, like you made my living room feel like a penthouse. Because everybody who ever came over here like, dang man, you got it all laid up. I'm like, I ain't do this, man. I can't. I gotta give credit when it's due. My old boy did it for me. But it's just so something that you think is so small can really make a huge impact. You know, and
Huh?
and that's what I'm learning. It doesn't matter, you know, like what you do, but it's all about how you carry it, and just the fact like you bring people joy, and that's the best feeling in the world, man. It's making people happy and making people really think about certain things, and just everybody.
That's that's my best gift and my worst. That's the probably the greatest curse I got about myself. I'm a people person. I love to help everybody, anybody, whomever, whenever, however. At the same time, I go out my way a lot of times for people and get burnt.
Hmm.
It's like I said, it's a few people I did work for around here, and at the end of the day, they felt a certain type of way about it, and looked at me like, oh, I'm not paying for that. I'm cool with it. I look at those type things as good deeds and just keep pushing. I mean, I got people that gave me all the descriptions of a delivery to pick it up, drop it off. My biggest thing about it was you ain't even have to pay me. You say it was for a birthday party. Here you go. Happy birthday. Shout out to you. My biggest thing was I didn't get acknowledged as far as a thank you. That was the smallest thing you could have did in life. But at the same time, you can never call, you can never count on me to do nothing again. I might see you and laugh at you just because it's an insider to me. Like, dang, you need me, but I ain't gonna do nothing. It's some people you can't go out your way and do stuff for. Then you got those that you go out your way and they embrace you. And every time they see you, oh, I got something else for you. I want you to do this and do that. That's me right there. I'm always willing to help. I mean, everybody I done came across as far as in public or not, if I know you or met you, or I mean, a simple "What's up? How you doing?" Turn into a 20, 30 minute conversation, and knowing I'm supposed to be over here, but yet I'm sitting here having a conversation because it got so deep. It's like when I was at your house.
Yeah,
It went from me just doing one thing to the conversation got deeper than what the intentions was about.
man.
And that's everywhere I go. That's with anybody from all. I mean, that's from the young ones to the old ones. Like right now, our this social life, this mobile phone, all type of stuff like that.
Hmm.
That's probably it's a good thing, but that's probably the worst thing they could have done as far as development of our youth. Like how you say we are OGs.
Hmm.
We are to a certain extent because it's hard to really speak to anything that's underneath us when their parents are running with them like a friend. So they looking at everybody else as you can't tell me nothing. My mama and my daddy don't tell me that. So what make you think you can tell me anything? So it's really hard to develop and get those mind frames to change when they looking at this other lifestyle. They feel like this fun in reality, y'all don't know where it's gonna lead you. I got
Hmm.
a couple like I spoke to a guy earlier and told him, I say, I understand what you, I mean, I don't understand personally, but as far as outside looking in, I can understand what you're going through as far as your lifestyle and what has happened to change different things in your life. But don't expose your hand to the next person to get them to up on you if you feel a certain way, because now that puts you vulnerable to that person and any loved one that they got to do whatever they want to do to you without you even knowing where it's coming from. So you can't always expose your hand.
Right, right. Yeah, man, because it's like a 50-50, bro. It's always like, okay, I want to do this, but back in my mind, like, if I do this, then I might get burned. But I would say, for me, and I can only use me as an example. So many people had, you know, gave up on me, bro. Like when I was in my depression, when I was going through my grieving and shit like that. When I was talking to you about it when you was here, um, when you told me that, I hope you find closure. I hope you find the inner peace that you're looking for. You told me that out of the people that I hung around every day, that I spoke to every day, but just the fact that you wished me the best, and like I said, you was just coming over here to do a job, and then you was gonna head out. But I always remembered that, bro, and I never forgot about it, because when I did get my peace, I just said, man, I wanted to thank this man for that, because you had no idea how much that meant to me, bro. Like, because nobody really told me that, people that I was around like that. So it just means a lot, because, when you have, I would say, like dozens who's preying on your downfall, but when you have a few people that still see some good, that still see some hope in you left, that's the thing that a lot of us need to focus on, is the few people that still wish you the best, instead of people that's preying on your downfall. We see it all the time. We see it on this app. And I just like, telling people, like, your way of thinking has to change, because it's not about the ones who hating. It's the ones who's, still seeing hope and still seeing belief in you.
Oh, yeah. I mean that's one of them hard ones to swallow, because you think everybody's supposed to tell you the goods and bad, but at the same time, that's that silent hate,
Mm-hmm.
that jealousy, that's that silency that you're gonna get. And most times you're always gonna get more from someone that's not close to you than you will from those that's close to you. That's because our expectation of that, we feel like I should get this from this person and that person because they know what I'm going through. They've been here with me for so long and they haven't said this and said that. And that come as a personal thing of self. Like, I'm expecting more out of a person than what's actually going to come out of it. When we can't set that expectation, we can set it high, but at the same time, we can expect everyone that we come across to be the way that we will be. You can't think that because I'm this type of person that is gonna reciprocate on these people that's been circulating around me for who knows 20, 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
It don't always be that way, because deep down inside, that's that one thing that they got above you. That's that one thing that they gonna hold above your head that's gonna make them always feel like they're above you or you beneath them. So as long as they got that leverage, they're gonna always use it, but they're not gonna allow you to know that that's what they're using it for. Don't nobody really want certain situations. Don't nobody really want them people to have those closures, because once you get that closure, you're now able to elevate and go to a different level in life. Like you're it's a door it's a chapter you just closed. You on to the next chapter. In this chapter, whomever that was prior chapters before this may never get an opportunity to come to the next chapter, and no chapters ahead of this. So it's a lot of things that you're gonna learn and still gonna be learning every day. Everybody you come across, whether, I mean, hate to say it, but some people's situations, whether it's their mama, their daddy, their best friend, boyfriend, girl, it's gonna be that day where it's gonna be a break point to where you really realize, like, hey, they ain't really for me, or they weren't really for what I'm trying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really care about what I was really trying to have a closure to. They more so all they cared about was self and what they got going on, and how can you help them get to the next level.
Right. And you really, I would say, like, you really block your blessings in that particular thing, because it's like you want to have this thing, like, you know, well, they can't do that. That's my mama, that's my daddy, that's my sister, that's my brother. But, we have to come to that, I would say, agreement with, okay, they showing you they're showing you who they are. Like regardless of the bond or the relationship, um, you gotta branch off. You gotta venture off. And I had to leave the nest. Um, I would say emotionally, even after I left the nest physically. When I got to my own crib, I had to leave the nest. I had to let a lot of people go. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can't go. So whether if it was somebody that I loved or somebody that I cared about, but if they wasn't, bringing me peace, or if they wasn't, being, um, I would say just being a godsend, but being a liability, they have to go. Cause now my peace is everything, bro. Like I always tell people, like you gotta pick peace than drama. Like, and I don't do that, none of that messy stuff. If anything, I'm just all about positivity, and I'm about, also about my money, but also just about positivity, because
Oh yeah,
that's priceless.
you're definitely right about that. That's the most important part of life. Period. You always want to be at peace in everything you do. That's the only way you keep a smile on your face day to day. That's the only way you feel as though you accomplished something and don't gotta feel like, damn, what did I do today, or did I do that right today? When you at peace, you gonna see it, and everything around it. You gonna see how it rub off on everything that's around you. Eventually, it's gonna be like, I ain't never see this in you. You gonna start seeing things in other people that you never seen when
Hmm.
you get to a certain level like that.
Man, that's the truth, bro. Because everybody that just met me, pretty much after um everything that occurred or whatever, so they see me now. They're like, man, we ain't never saw you like this. I'm like, this is the person that I was before the trauma came. But you finally getting to see me. You finally getting to see like me. You know, not just who I really am, but you really get a chance to see me like 2.0 or 3.0. Like this is nothing but that's what healing looks like. And I'm just trying to, just pass that on to a little bit of everybody, bro, because um I don't talk about anything that I haven't experienced. And that's why nobody can really say much to me that can surprise me. Because if I can keep going after what I endured, because I endured a lot, not just grief, but betrayal, um, life and death, situations, and suicidal thoughts, insomnia, and all that stuff, man. But I just always try to be a blessing to anybody, or to try to be a reminder, or just proof that not just me, but just us as a collective, that strength isn't always, what I'm saying, lifting weights. Strength is just knowing um that you got to keep moving forward regardless of what hits you and what knocks you down. You got to keep moving forward. You got to, just stay courageous, and you got to just stay um disciplined as well, because discipline, shoot, that's what a lot of the soldiers, man, that's fighting for our freedom and this and that, fighting to make sure that we not, you know, messed up, or we not in no ground zero and everything. But that discipline is the reason why a lot of our veterans, came back in one piece. Is to make sure, like, okay, I'm gonna die if I believe I'm gonna die, or I'm afraid. But if I stay disciplined and do, and stick to my training, then I'm gonna make sure I come back in one piece. So at the same time, it's just like, it's all about training. It's all about the mindset. Because if you quit on yourself, if you give up on yourself, then you're gonna die. But if you stick to your training, if you stick to what you know, if you pretty much believe in yourself to the point that, you can come back from anything.
Oh yeah. Everybody got a story. Everybody, I mean, ain't no story no better than the next.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no story. I mean, you gonna have some that's way worse than the next. Like you say, you'd have been through a lot of things. It's so many people out that have been through hell and back. But at the end of the day, it's how you out. It's the outcome. It's how you push through it all. I mean, like you say, suicidal thoughts. I can't never imagine those. As far as me personally, but I done had different types of thoughts going through my mind to whereas I want to be harmful in certain situations. But to overcome those barriers and to keep pushing forward and to know that it's a bigger and better and brighter picture on the other side, it's all about your perseverance. If you keep pushing and make sure you get to the other side, it's gonna be a much better. The roller coaster gonna be way smoother than it was back there. Life gonna throw curveballs at you.
Yeah.
And if you keep standing there, it's gonna keep hitting you. So it's gonna be hitting you like as if I threw it straight at you. So if you don't know how to dodge or you don't know how to get out the way and make a way to get around that curveball, you gonna be like dead weight.
Mm-hmm.
You like a cone in the road. That cone ain't gonna move until somebody moves.
Facts. Facts, man. And, whew, man, that's so real, bro. And it's just it's just a wonderful opportunity, man, to be able to have you on my platform, man, and just just seeing the growth in you, bro, and just seeing just what you discussed tonight. And if anything, I just want everybody just to understand, like, I've been knowing you since what? Since you was 14, 15?
Something like that.
Man.
Yeah. Early on, younger days, middle school, high school.
Man. And again, man, like
Hey, I mean, it's a big difference. See, back then, I wasn't up 5 foot, not even 100 pounds, but I felt like I was 9 foot, 1,000 pounds. So I was pushing myself around. I was trying to make people know that I was here. Opposed to now, it's like, man, I look back at that, and be like, why was I doing this? Why I doing that?
yeah, yeah.
It's like now, our fiance, she hears stories from different people talking about, oh, how you put up with him? He a bully. He did see that. I'm not that same person, but I don't mind. I speak my mind, say what I want, and just keep it going.
Yeah. And
Like
it's crazy.
I don't sugarcoat nothing. I tell you how it is. I mean, and that's my downfall because I'm so blunt with a lot of things that I talk about, and I don't be. I ain't gonna say that I don't care, but I really don't be caring how you take it because a lot of times when I come off to a person or I say something, I'm saying something to motivate them or seeing or it's something that I done been through or I done did wrong and I see that you're on the right track. So I try to encourage you to do it the right way or go about it a different route that I done learned through the loopholes. Giving you my faults right now so that you don't have to go through it.
Man, for real, bro. There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Shoot, even at 33, bro, I still have people who put me in check, who put me on the right direction. Because, like I said, man, we human. So sometimes you need that push, that motivation, or just that talking to. Hey, hey, you need to chill out, man. You need to,
Oh
slow
yeah,
down. But it's all good, man. It's healthy. That's
most
sometimes
definitely.
healthy relationships will require some uncomfortable conversations.
Oh,
So
most definitely. I mean, when it's all genuine love, I don't care how uncomfortable it get. Let me know my faults. Let me know my wrongs. Like me personally, I beat myself a lot right now. Like to this day, because I living a double life. I got those friends that I don't care how they look at me. We just running wild. Then I got those friends on the other side to whereas it's like I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that because they for the judge me. But the
hmm
whole time they was never judgmental. It's just that I was pushing away from them type of people because I knew that they held me on a higher standard than I held myself, and they knew they seen what I was really worth and what my value was, and I instead rather go where I knew that hey, I'm accept it regardless. If we finna do this and do that, he ha ha and keep it pushing. And I look at that to this day, still like right now. I mean, I'm going back and forth behind it, like why, who, what. That's I'm really starting to really seek what those people that I was running from. I'm starting to see now, like damn, this is what they really wanted me to be. This they wanted me to do. And I'm more open now with those type of people now than I was with the other ones. Like I had a certain situation that I had to whereas now it's like I'd rather not even be around a certain crowd of people no more. And it took 32 years for me to realize like that's not the crowd that I really want to be with. Because it's in that crowd, I was trying to motivate them. I didn't brought like business opportunities to them type of crowd to whereas, hey bro, let's do this, let's do that. Y'all say y'all want to do this, y'all want to do that. Come on, I'm willing to invest. I'm willing to do whatever we can. I'm invest money, invest time, whatever it takes for us to get this pushing. Whole time it was all a talk. It was more talk than action. I had to learn that the hard way. But that's why back to when we first got on. That's why I say it. I always been a loner. I
Mm-hmm.
don't mind doing stuff myself because I've always tried to build an empire with people that I find out this with the ones that's really trying to build one than the ones that's just listening to me. They all want to, but everybody want to be at the top of the empire once it's already completed, opposed to the footwork. Nobody want to be at the bottom where you got to do all the groundwork. You're gonna go
Mm-hmm.
through failure. You're gonna go through these, like I say, curveballs, these barriers. At the end of the day, once you overcome them, here come everybody that's want to tag along. Oh, can I get part of it? See, that's the hardest part of life, though. And now I'm starting to see that. And lately, every idea that I ever had, everything that I ever want to encounter, I've been just openly telling everybody. Like I don't even care now. I mean, as long as I see it ever happen, I'm more happy about that more so than anything. I got so many opportunities. I mean, so many business mindsets right now. Like I think a person be a billionaire overnight type shit.
Hey man, it can happen, bro. Manifesting is powerful, bro. Like, like I tell people, you never know what can happen at any given moment, and and I just think just us, living in the urban communities and stuff like that. Like a lot of us, we think of the worst, and so much to the point because we seem bad. So we gonna automatically see worse or think of the worst. But if you think nothing but positivity and just what you want to do and what you want to be, because pretty much everything is just about just formulating a plan. Because like with me, I knew when I wanted to do the show, I knew that I couldn't do this by myself. So just me being the charismatic and brilliant person that I am, I'm like, okay, well, let me what I'm saying, find some music. Let me get a logo, you know what I'm saying? So since I always, knew everybody, I knew who to go to, just like it really wasn't a hard search. So I just tell people, always have a plan, always know who to go, or not. Don't just find anybody, but find somebody that's genuine. Even if a person's may do the work better. Don't go to that person if they character ain't good and everything.
Absolutely.
So it's just all about just networking, and because man, that
Network is key.
mm-hmm,
Network definitely is key, and that's something I learned in it. I mean, sad to say, but that's something I learned in this city. No one wants to see no one above them or on a higher level than them, especially if they're in the same field. So you got like right now, we got a lot of people with the fashion. But prior to everybody learning this technique down the road, at the beginning, no one wants to tell them like, oh, where you can get this or where you can get that at. It's always a find out yourself because now you're stepping in my lane. You got all these people that's out here that's cooking. That we got different people that's on different levels. I mean, all these people that's remodeling this and that. I done seen different statuses on different levels to where, oh, now everybody want to do this, everybody want to do that. everybody got a different passion. I mean, some people haven't found that niche yet. They waiting to find it. And shout out to Corona. That's made. I mean, that'll help a lot of people actually find themselves true identity within themselves and what their capabilities was. Cause I know a lot of people that I'm like, damn, I never knew for you to be able to do this and do that. But in reality, it's like they never knew. But for them to have to sit down and actually have that free time to be able to learn something and do it, they didn't found something within themselves and has flourished to a whole nother level. And I'm looking like, wow. But that's one thing I don't mind doing. Whatever I know, I'm like an open book. Whatever I know, and if you ask it, I'm gonna tell it. If I don't know, I'm gonna lead you in the right direction to get whatever answer you need to get, or I'm gonna make sure I help you find it. Until you tell me you got it, I'm still looking and trying to search high and low. So I know I'm always with the facts. I never want to give you no information. I don't have no facts behind it. So if I can't go look it up, if I can't go Google it or go find somebody that can tell me that, hey, what you telling them is right, and you go ahead and push off that info, I'm not gonna tell you nothing.
Man, no doubt, bro. And the best advice that was given to me was, leaders need leaders, and a lot of people don't really understand that. So when people look at you as a leader, it's so much put on you, it's so much expectation, it's so much um, just just whatever their mind frame is. But um, I would say that I counsel with so many good men and so many, you know, great OGs, man, that I just said, I just pretty much asked them, just when I pretty much made up my mind to do this show, to do this platform, I was just like, okay, so what if this and what if that? And they was like, man, be yourself, man. Like if people, it's going to always judge you. They gonna always critique you. They gonna always rate you and this and that. But if you come at yourself, man, then you feel so much better. Everything would fall into place. Everybody, you know, gravitate towards what you say, your messages and stuff. Even when you put out some knowledge, like people, said be like, okay, like he ain't bullshitting, like he's real, like he knows what he talk about. He's consistent with it. So if anything, man, I just learned like when it comes to like things and just people, bro, it's just all about, just being you. And then, regardless of the the outcome, we can't control everything. We can only control what we do, and that's it. But everything else, man, it's gonna play out the way it's gonna play out.
All you do is pray for better moving, man. I mean, we ain't gonna always have the answer or be the answer for everything, but like I say, we just pray for it, hope it get better in the future or whatever time frame it may take. So sometimes, we can try and try and try and it never work out. So it's just gonna take this time.
Yeah, bro. But again, um, anytime, man, need to talk, bro. I'm here for you, man, and whatever, bro. But like I said, man, I got nothing but love for you, man, and whether if you get that on a daily basis, man, you go get it from me. You'll get it from the 1804 staff, man, over here, bro. Like you always welcome to come back, give us a little update about you, man, and like whatever you want to do, bro. My platform always welcome for you, bro. Cause
Yeah, much respect. Like I told you, I appreciate you for reaching out. I mean, this ain't something that I always. I mean, I'm open, but I ain't open as far as my lifestyle, as far as
I
So
feel you,
like,
man.
it take for me to really sit down, have a conversation. You say something, I'm a respond with something. Elaborate like that. But as far as me just open up, I don't do that too much. I keep so much bottled in, man. It's like when I finally do explode, it just be it don't always be the right way. That's why I mean sometimes I keep to myself and they ain't always good. I be into it with certain people just because I don't be open enough. So like I say, I appreciate you for even tapping in and bringing me on.
Man, no problem, bro, man. Just think, bro, this live that we doing, you know, you have no idea how many people is going to be affected by it. It's going to influence so many people, bro. And for you to come out your comfort zone, for me, man, it's I appreciate it. It's nothing but love right here, bro. And I finna
Love and peace this way, man.
it is going on YouTube, man. I hope that's cool with you, but
Hey,
I got my
hey,
subscribers over there too.
it go wherever they want to put it. They want to put it on a podcast, and they want to get back at me. We get on a different topic. It don't even matter.
Oh yeah,
I'm
bro.
open up with everything, whatever they want to talk about.
Man, no problem, man. And you have anything before we wrap this up?
I just like to say thank you. Any of y'all need deliveries, moving, any material assembled, because I see a whole bunch of y'all out there need it done, and y'all always asking. But me
Yeah.
being me, I don't respond if y'all personally know me, because y'all know I got a pickup truck, y'all know I got a box truck, and y'all know I got a trailer. So if y'all know me personally, y'all can take it personal. But for the other ones, I'm here. I'm not hard to find, and I'm always willing to help. So, you can get at me anytime.
Man, bro, like I said, man, it was a pleasure, bro. And you have yourself a wonderful night, man.
You too, bro.
All right, fam. Peace.